Alright, so uh, yes, it will be recording your voices. So as we were saying, we are here to answer question 1 for this man's question, which is actually an example inside pickup and packer. Example 9b, if I correct. Page, what is that again? Page 53, 54. Okay, so this is example 9b. This is the solution, but this is the question, example 9. So we are told to draw the given views, full size and complete with the interpenetration curves when D is equals to 58 diameter. This D is given to be a variable diameter for the cylinder that's actually interpenetrating this cone, because as we can see here, this is a cylinder that is entering into this cone. So this is the front view, this is the plan view, so we know this is in orthographic. So our D for the B question that we are asked to answer is 74 diameter, and in this case we are also told that the cylinder would envelope the cone. That is, it would something like circumscribe. It will be more than the cone. When the diameter is 74, it will be more than the, should I say, the diameter of the cone at that height. So when we draw it out, you will see what it means for the cylinder to envelope the cone. So basically we are to reproduce this first of all. So let's try to reproduce this. Try and copy this to my AutoCAD. Let me create a new file. Okay, so we have a new file here. Sorry, I was working in 3D. Now we are back to 2D. Okay, so paste our diagram here. Okay. Coming. This is what we go for. I don't start Jesus Christ. Still, okay. Screen or something. This? Phone and power. Thank you very much. Yeah. Laptop. Come on, it's the first screen. Oh, it's screen guards. Come on, screen. This screen. When it comes, we'll talk. Okay. Go here. Okay. So, as we were saying, we're trying to reproduce the diagrams inside pickup and packer. So, I'm copying these diagrams to pickup and packer. Okay, so we have our diagrams that we're supposed to reproduce. We have them on our AutoCAD page now. So we're going to draw this triangle out now. We are given that the height of the triangle is 118. So switch on your auto mode. Okay, that's 118. So it's a long line. I have to adjust short to match. Move down a little. Yes. Okay. So move this also. So now that we have our triangle height here, we can draw our 108 line, and we move our 108 line from the midpoint to this line here. So that way we have all the points needed for our triangle. So we can just join here and join here. So this is the triangular profile of the cone. That is what you see from the front view. So, okay, you can delete this line. Then, maybe just keep it back there. You need it later. This line here is 42 from the base. The midpoint of this line is 42 from the base, and if you come here, you see that this is 58 away from the center of the cone. So if we come up by 42 on this line, 42, you can just track lines there, and then you draw 58. You get this, the midpoint of this line is here. So we get that there, and being that it is a what's it called, cylinder, we'll come and check our diameter for the cylinder here, because this is D. So this length is 74. So we'll have a vertical line 74, and we can just draw 74 and move it from the midpoint to this place. So we can now copy this line from this place using the midpoint as the base point. Copy it to this place, and we also copy it to this place, and then we can start trimming. So you can maybe delete this first, then you can now trim, spacebar. So you trim that. Now we can maybe just delete this and mirror this profile. You can mirror this profile. So because this profile actually goes to the other side, mirror. So we have our mirror view of this. So you can now maybe you can still just leave that line in the middle. So what next are we supposed to do? We are supposed to draw the circle on that, and being that it is a first angle projection diagram, we can just maybe draw it properly like a first angle projection thing. So we would let's give our drawings a spacing of let's give them a spacing of 50, or let's see whether it will be too much. 50. Oh, reduce our offset, distance 50. Select this object. Okay, it's actually quite much, but we can work with that. Okay, so we'll be using the midpoint of this as our okay. So offset this by 25. Okay, so this lengthen this. Yeah, so we have a okay, so we have a profile to work with. Offset 25. Copy it also up. Yes. Copy this design. Copy this design. So trim. Okay. So this is a box of 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. That's 50 by 50, 50 by 50 box there that we're using for our orthographic projection. So yes. Now we want to draw this circle, which is the plan view of this cone. So now to get the center of this circle, because we can see that the base diameter of the cone is 108, so the radius is going to be 54 for this cone. So are you getting it? For the base diameter of this cone, it is 108, so the radius of the cone is 54. So we would have to locate the center of this, which will be the trace lines, trace a line from here down. Trace that line by 50. So from that place, from this point, trace another line that comes 54, and that will be the center of our circle. That will be 54. So we've gotten the circle that will be the plan view of our cone. Now we'll trace lines down from here and here to also produce the extension of the 74 diameter cylinder. So bring it down like that. Also bring lines down like this. So from here, remember that we were told this is 74. Then what else were we given? The height of this, the midpoint of this is 42. Okay. So to get our point, we will have set a line from the center. We will set that line 37, 37. Am I correct? What's 74 divided by 2? 37, right? Yeah. So we would have to offset this line by 37, 37 to get this line. So we can trim. So we've gotten that place. So trim this also, and then you trace lines down from here also. So these lines. So trim. So that will be the limit of this line. Yes. We can now mirror this also. Mirror it. Get mirror it to get this. So let's trim this also. So now we are supposed to draw an arc with hidden line. So you just come to this place, select the arrow on that arc, select start, center, end. So you come to the start point of the arc, which is that point, the center of the arc, which is this point, and you select the end point of the arc. That's it. So this arc, we can now change it to maybe hidden or whatever, depending on the workspace and the template you are using. So in my own template now, I'm not using any of my former templates, so I would have to load my hidden line. So this is my hidden line. I'll load it. So okay, so I can change the layer of this to hidden line layer. So if it's not showing well that it's hidden, you can press Ctrl 1 and increase the line type. If it's too much, you can reduce it also. So it will now display. So we can also mirror this again, because it's a mirror view. So we have reproduced the diagrams. Basically, we have reproduced them. Yes, so we have them here. So now we can move this. So we mirror this. So down strength. Okay. So we draw a line here. Yeah. So after lengthening that line, okay, and also mirror this one. So we start tracing lines from this place to this place to get our left view. It's our end view we are trying to get from this. Yeah. So type away. Maybe change my color to lighter color. So change color to this color. So I just copy my array, paste it on all the vertices all over. Also on the center point. And also paste it all over here. So that's good. So we also type array again. So copy, paste, paste. So we know fully well that we are going to have the triangle again. I can just copy my triangle to that place. So I have my triangle back. Now, for the rest. So we have a triangle. See, because you know they call it. Okay, so we're continuing. We're continuing. We're continuing. So we're continuing. We have started recording back. We have not finished yet because on this triangle here, we have shifted our view from this front. We have shifted to the side, so we'll be seeing the bottom of this cylinder, which is going to be a circle actually. So this is going to be the center point of the circle, and we already have that the radius of the circle for this will be 74/2, which is 37. So we can just draw a circle on this point that will be of radius 37, and that's it. So we can now come and trim this line. So we trim, and then we have our plan view for the combination. So we will start tracing lines. Start tracing lines again from edges. So change color. Copy this line. Copy it there. Copy it here. Yes. Okay. So we should also draw ray lines coming down. Change color and copy it. Copy it. Every vertex you see, copy it there. And zoom in inside carefully also, so as to not miss any vertex. So now that we have all our vertices, we also come down here to now trace those lines. So we draw ray, change the color again. So copy this ray, go along that line, paste our ray, paste our ray, also paste our ray. So we have finished all the projections. So we should also draw ray lines. Draw ray lines on the base points. So vertex, midpoint, vertex. So here. So the view from here is supposed to have a curve here like this. This is how it looks in 3D. Yes, this is how it looks in 3D. It will be like this. It's supposed to have this curve here. So let's just see the front view. Oh, sorry. left view. Okay, so the front view is meant to have this curve. This curve here is meant to have it. It's also meant to have this curve here. Those are the interpenetration curves. The curves are the points where it is actually interpenetrating. So it's meant to have those curves. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Union. Okay, so you can see the interpenetration curves. This is how it will look like. So that's how it will look like at those points. So that's what we are trying to draw now. So coming back to our drawing now, we are on our normal view. You come here, choose your spline. If you notice, it will be, the curve will be something like this for the top view. Okay, so Jeremy is here standby to come and help us with our spline. For the first spline, we have already chosen the points. These are the points, this point, this point, this point. So spline and just drop, Ctrl Z, drop and drop. So that's our first interpenetration curve. So for the second interpenetration curve, we'll divide this circle maybe into 12 parts. So divide, put 12 like that and press enter. Okay, if it doesn't display, press retype and change the kind of pointer is there. So set in absolute units, 2 is enough. So okay, so from maybe this eye, from the eye, from the higher division point, we can now trace a line that goes like this, and then also trace another line that comes down for each of them. You can do as many points as you want for this process. It depends on you. So transfer this. I'd actually want to change the colors of the lines that I'm using for now, so as to be able to know what I'm doing, because it's this spline I'm dealing with. Okay, so change my color to orange for now. Yes, orange. This should also be orange. Alright, so my rays will also go like this. Now I have those limits. Now, if you remember, we actually put a cone inside the cylinder here. So the cone has these lines here. Sorry. Let me use normal line. The cone has normal lines here. So when we were actually tracing points from here, we were more or less tracing points from a circle inside this place that is a circle that is going to be something horizontal to this plane. So the circle is inside this place, and so we are also going to trace lines down from here. Abi Jolomi. Wait, no. We're not tracing lines down from here, Abi. Are we?
That will not be necessary.
Yeah, these ones are not necessary. We are tracing lines from down up actually. So we are measuring the radius of the center this point to this. That will be the circle that is actually there. So we copy this circle into this place. So wherever this circle intersects with which of this line? This line.
Yeah, it's supposed to be this length. So this.
Let us trace it.
Yeah.
So let's see. Is that correct? Doesn't seem so.
Try it.
Okay, so we have our points. So I think we grabbed that. So we have to go from here, come all the way back here. So the radius of this circle is actually this point to this point. So this circle has its diameter as this line down. This line down. So that's where we get the radius of this circle from. So I think we understand how to do that spline now. Let me just change the color. Yeah. So we have actually gotten all our interpenetration curves that way. So now if you look at it carefully, we're also supposed to have an ellipse coming from the view from the top for this place. Let me show you here. This ellipse is also supposed to show from our plan view. So for us to get the ellipse, we just have to transfer lines again. So let's do that using these lines. So ray coming down. Use ray. Okay, so we have rayed all those points. So these are the points that are bounding the ellipse that would actually be showing for this. So we'll highlight them that way to just see how they actually go. So we highlight them. So we can see that this is our seal. This, if you see our selection, we selected all the lines that were projected from the top on this side and on this side. We selected them and we selected the lines that will trace from here to here. So it bounds the point that we will have our ellipse inside this place. So we already know that these are the points that we are going to use for our ellipse here. So we just come to ellipse 2 here. You use the normal ellipse center and then center of this circle and just touch here and touch here, and we have our ellipse. So yes, that's our ellipse. So we can now try to highlight our work. Yes, let's just highlight our work. Okay, so give it line width is not on. Okay, so line width is on now, so we can see it. So see this. See this. Let me just make this one. I like it. So I think our work is highlighted. So this is our work. Okay, so back to our work. So remaining another ellipse. Sorry, let me just make this one stick. Still remaining one more ellipse that is supposed to be shown in an even way. So great. The ellipse will be received in an ellipse. Are you guys show this ellipse? Okay, so this line will be hidden from the view from the top. So the limits for this to draw the ellipse, because the top one is also, this one on top is an ellipse, so there's also an ellipse under, but it will be hidden. So we have to show it with hidden line. So this which other points are we using again? It should be oh. Other selection of cancel this line, so this one, this one, alright, so this will be the boundaries of this one's ellipse. Closer. Okay, so oh, we're packing now, sir. Sorry, we're packing now. So this to this to sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, sir. Yes. Sorry. Yes. So this is the ellipse. So this is the ellipse.
I'm trying to grab, guys. I'm trying to grab. I used to grab.
No, I used to take grab. What did you use as your grab?
He's trying to grab. West, come on. Dosman, send me that video.
So Hopefully you grab it.
Hopefully, there are two
God will
ellipses
help
here.
you.
I will show your side this night. I will show you my thing.
Alright. So
Let me see.
thank you and God bless you.
T for text. T for text.